What's going on, everybody? John Stamper. We are here live in San Antonio. It's Dr. Scott Luna's Business Masters, and it's day one. And I wanted to continue sitting down and having conversations with all of the great companies that are here. Again, the companies that are here are companies that Dr. Luna has spent time knowing and understanding what they do. Their services and products fit into a lot of the methods and a lot of the way that he teaches everybody that's here. So we want to keep this going, and I think more importantly, so that you that are watching can continue to learn about these great companies. So very excited to be with Nathan Urquhart, who is from Aligned Advisors. He's one of the trusted advisors there, and this is your second, third Breakaway. You've been fourth.
Fourth.
Okay,
yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming back.
Thanks for having me, John.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk a little bit about Aligned Advisors. Let everybody know what you guys do, and more importantly, like how you're helping dentists.
Great, thanks. Yeah, so we are an all-encompassing financial advisor firm for dentists. We focus mostly on the dental industry. Our founder, Jonathan Moffat, started with one dental practice and grew up to 8, and they sold to DSO. So, some of the things that we try and help our dentists with is to scale, to grow to multi-practice locations. We do bookkeeping, CPA services, we do wealth advisory services. We audit their whole financial life, personal and business. Where most wealth advisors, they're only going to do someone's personal. But
Sure.
Because dentists, their personal is their business.
Right.
It's all encompassing. We audit literally everything. Their insurance needs, their trust and estate documents. So when someone gets on a call with us and they're in one of their progress meetings, we have, I'm a CPA, CFP on the call. We have another CPA, CFP. We have 2 insurance people. We have an estate attorney. We have a tax attorney. We have a CFA on the call to make sure that their whole life is covered and there's no liabilities to it, and they're invested, to their risk that they want.
It's interesting hearing you talk about that. We might have talked about this before. I think about the general dentist who builds a good relationship with the endodontist and with the periodontist and the prosthodontist and the oral surgeon. They build that network of people that they trust. Really no different than what you guys are doing.
No, that's exactly. And that's one of the great things about our model is if you have a CPA or a wealth advisor that you like and you're like, I have a trusted relationship with this person, or it's a relative, they can come in on our team. We can move the chess pieces on and off the board for what works, so that we can tailor the best team that works for the dentist.
Yep. So with the Business Master seminars, the ones that you guys have attended, what are some of the questions that you get from the doctors here?
Some of the bigger questions are, how can you help us grow to multi locations?
Okay.
Do you guys do real estate evaluation? Do you do business evaluation if I'm looking to buy practices? And those are things that we do. We have, one of our team members, he's a real estate professional, and he manages about $300 million in a real estate portfolio that's all dental practices.
Okay.
It's all dental buildings. So he comes in, he'll analyze them, and we do all the, analysis of if they're wanting to buy or a new practice.
Yep. And then I also wanted to just ask, when I think about, what Dr. Luna teaches, I feel like a lot of the content is getting a lot of the attendees here thinking about what you guys do, right? I mean, that's a big part of when he talks about having them become successful and grow and get to the next level. And as you know, Nathan, the more that they do that, the more they need you guys.
Yeah, well, and that's one of the things I like about Dr. Luna's events is he talks about, everyone needs advisors.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. It's not everyone's great at everything.
Yep.
It's like a dentist is great at being a dentist.
Yep.
Let's get you focusing on what makes you the most money and away from things that maybe you don't know. And that's with all the different partners that are here, it really helps the dentist take the focus off of things that they don't know. Make the best decisions with what the advisors are giving them, and then they can focus on making the most money they can so that they can grow and scale quicker.
What do you get excited about most? So when you get to work with a new dentist, what are a couple things that get you really excited as you build and forge that new relationship?
One of the first things I do is I get their, profit and loss statement, and I comb through it to see where I can save them in expenses, and just saving, the dentist money. When I'm like, hey, I just saved you $30,000 this year, or off their P&L or their insurance. As we analyze their insurance, like, you're actually spending $5,000 more than you should be for the coverage you have. It's like all this adds up at the end of the day, and I'm like, look, the bottom line, we could have saved you up to $100,000, which on a lot of these things, this is year over year revenue that they can, again, go invest in other real estate, the stock market, whatever they feel the need, they like to invest into.
Yep. So can you let everybody know how they can start working with all you? Like, how does it work with like a discovery call, or like what's that process?
Yeah, so we do, for Dr. Luna and everyone here, we do a free 1 hour financial roadmap. So we sit down with the clients. We like both, the doctor and their spouse to be on the calls. And we run through what their goals are, how, and then where they are right now financially with their debts and their dental practices and their assets. And then we hash out a plan on how to achieve those goals if they end up coming on with us.
I love that. So I'm curious, the last thing I wanted to ask you is from your perspective with what you know on the advisor side, listening to Dr. Luna and the things that he's teaching these doctors and their teams, I feel like that the earlier they get ahead of the game and they implement a lot of the things that he's doing, it's going to give like someone like yourself and your clients like a better runway, right? I mean, do you feel like he's teaching them earlier in the game for those that are able to do it and really accelerate so that they can maximize the services that you guys provide?
Yeah, and that's, with all the companies that are here, it's like the earlier you get into it, the better off you're going to be, because you're saving money, you're saving time, and you're starting, with us, you're starting to invest earlier. Like there's so many doctors that come on with us that are, in their 50s, mid 50s, and they go, we wish we would have started this in our 40s because we'd probably be retired by now. And that's something that, with the doctors that do come in, like we just had a doctor come on at the age of 30, and I'm like, dude, you're way ahead of the game.
That's awesome.
Because his other doctor that he's working with is 55, and he's one of our clients too, and he's still not retired. And I'm like, you'll be retired by the time you hit his age. So that's also a great feeling, knowing that we're helping our doctors get to, because most of them want financial freedom to be able to step away from the chair. 99% of them are like, I want to be able to step away. And we're able to help them devise a plan and implement that plan. We actually give them actionable items after each meeting on how, we're going to implement and get this plan done.
Yeah.
So
such a great service. And again, I know everybody here, Dr. Luna wants to, thank you guys for being a part of it and adding value to the seminar by talking to the attendees with what you do. And just let everybody know, phone call, email, what's the best way to get in touch?
Yeah, you can shoot me an email at nathan@alignedadvisors.com, and we'll get you scheduled for a call or a Zoom meeting.
Excellent. Well, Nathan, thanks so much. Thanks as always for your time, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, John.
All right, you got it.